Hi, soul family. We say we're just friends. The way you taste, ooh la la. I love that. You say we're just friends, but friends don't know the way you taste. Woo. I probably am not allowed to have it this loud. I don't know if I could survive without music. I would make my own, but I would have to have music. Okay. How are you all doing? Oh, I should have put do not disturb on my phone. I hope I don't get it bumped off. I'm waiting for the approval on my little tiny home. I got the loan, they agreed to my price, I sent it off. I think it shouldn't be a problem. And I've been trying to figure out what I should do with all this furniture and how I should decorate it. And I thought, because it's such a small space, it should be light. And I was thinking, what color? And it's so funny, it's like I go back in time. I go all the way back to when I was a little girl in the Victorian home. In my bedroom, it was very, very, very soft turquoise, like a robin's egg color, which is perfect because that's new beginnings, right? And I had a brass bed, you know, the old-fashioned fat brass, and my mom painted it white. My mother was always the most amazing decorator, and so my landlord doesn't have very nice furniture. Well, he's got one set downstairs that he just got redone, and I'm helping him get rid of stuff one by one and get rid of the old and bring new energy in. And so I said, let's get rid of all that furniture in he's got an old room where his mom was, and I said, you take this furniture, and I'm gonna leave my red couches here. I'm probably gonna just go with just kind of like backpacking, right? I'm gonna go light. So the items that we're gonna choose from, I named my car. I got my my ET tracker. Why did I call it a tracker? ET. How funny. ET tracker. That's funny. But I named her. She got a personalized license plate. She's in honor of my twin soul and myself. ET Angel. I'm the Angel's Whisper. He's the ET. We both are. And I thought about it. It just clicked in my head because I was looking at the different paint. And it's funny because it's every time I get to choose a color for a background, I choose this color. Turquoise is our soul color. But turquoise, it's got to be a very like watered down, very, very soft. Robin's egg, right? So I walked around my room. Can you see it? I have it. This is my color. I'm just like, hey, I already know. So the walls are gonna all be painted that very, very soft color with it's called like a bone color creamy white trim. So that's one of our items is the cushion. And then I thought, as I was thinking of the different items that we were gonna be using, my friend made this beautiful bracelet for me. She made it and then she posted it to show her work, because she does a lot of crafts and makes jewelry, and she likes to work with leather. And so she posted it and shared it, and I said, oh my, when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh. And wait, this has to do with today's reading. You'll, not this one, another reading today, you'll see. So I just looked, and it doesn't, my hand's really little. Look at the color I'm wearing. I always wear the same, right? It's my favorite stuff. So this is the other one. It's the Black Panther, and it's got aqua eyes, just like my twin's eyes. He's got the most beautiful crystal blue eyes you've ever seen. He's gonna look beautiful sitting in my little tiny home. So the Panther cuff, the Panther leather cuff, and the Robin's Egg vintage pillow. And I had I have a good friend in Wisconsin, and she says, I want to order some things off of the website, you know, some of the crystal creations and stuff. So she did, and she ordered a CrystalCluster. So this is the one she ordered. And it's same like aqua color, right? The blue, like baby blue color. This is Sodalite, and this is green Citrine. So that's hers. So that's another item we're gonna choose from. 1, 2, 3. And I'm not gonna show her, well, I can show her, I'm making her an avian crystal cone. I'll show it to you, it's not finished. I'm still working on it. So it's made, it's gonna, all the petals, I don't fill them all, but I go through and I fill the top part with different crystals. I'm putting more in because she's my friend. And I ran out, right? I got more to put in. So first of all, it's a meditation tool, and it's beautiful. And it's to help you get grounded. If you don't have the forest, brings the forest to you. It also connects you with your animal messengers and the crystals of the earth, because these feathers were feathers that were literally dropped from the messengers to me. So she's got in here peacock feathers, the white fluffy ones. She's got a vulture feather for death and rebirth and transformation. And she's got a red hawk, which is amazing. She's got a dove feather, and this is a little dove feather too. It's just a baby one though. And then, so then you get the connection with those specific avian messengers. So as you're doing your meditation, you look down at it and you think, what are my eyes drawn to? What am I looking at today? And those messengers, those are the ones that you're connecting with. So you're connecting to spirit, which is air. I just saw there's a vulture flying by right now, death, transformation, rebirth, right? And every single one of the crystals also has healing magic and has its own specific meaning for you. So as you look around, as you sit here and you think, okay, today, what is it that my eye is drawn to? What is it that my eye is drawn to and why? And then you look at it and, okay, that's the crystal. Why was my eye drawn to that crystal? That's what I need to work on today. Or that's what the protection that I'm being given or the power that I'm being given. It's pretty cool. So that's an avian crystal cone. She ordered that. And then another friend, I'm not going to use that one because I already chose this. Another client actually ordered a necklace. It's going out tomorrow. And it is a Reiki charged, because I made the bracelets, right? The men's and women's, like this is a, oh, I'm not wearing it right now. The crystal and lava stone diffuser bracelets, but he asked for a necklace. He says, I can't wear a bracelet for work, so I would like a necklace. So he gave me the dimensions, and he's got, what does he have in here? He's got black lava stone, and it's either, it's agate. There's mixed in here. There's rutilated agate as well as fancy jasper in here. So, and the lava stones are where you put your essential oils. So you have, and then it's Reiki charged, the whole thing. I wore it the other day. I made it, and then I wore it, and I decided to restring it on a stronger, because it's very heavy. For what I had it on, it's not too heavy to wear. It actually feels amazing. I thought, gosh, you know, I make these and I sell them, but I need to make it for me. So I love it. It feels fantastic. So then you get the Reiki healing, you get the healing and the power from the crystals, and then you get the healing energy from the essential oils. So those are our items. The Reiki Charge Diffuser crystal necklace, the CrystalCluster, and this, like I said, when I would travel, I couldn't bring all my crystals with me, so I thought I should start making little like clusters. So there's 2 crystals that would go with me, right? And it's together. You don't have to hold it. You sit on your desk. This one's pretty. So Sodalite and green or yellow apatite. It's kind of like in between both, or citrine. I'm sorry. And vintage pillow and the cuff. All right. So today we're gonna work with. Always had high hopes. It's a little complicated. I hate to see you waiting, but things are a little complicated. Don't give up. I always had a vision. I always had high hopes. You've got to have high hopes. Yeah, you do. You manifest by seeing it ahead of time. Show us. What are we going to work with? Really? Okay. Just one? No. I guess we're getting 1 card per item from each deck. Okay, that was quick. I love this song. Here's my Ed Sheeran song. I'm with my girlfriend at a party, and all these people have so much to say, and I'm so uncomfortable. I don't like being dressed up in a suit. I think that we should go. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought you here. And she's like, what are you talking about? I want to dance. We don't have to go anywhere. We can be anywhere we choose. Detach from the negative fear. Detach from those voices. Detach from the surroundings thinking or telling you that you don't belong anywhere you want to be. Detach. Detach from the fear is basically the message. I don't care. When I'm with my baby, all the bad things disappear. You're making me feel like I'm loved by somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby. Okay, so we're gonna start with the pillow. I'm so excited. I know what I'm painting it. I'm gonna go in there and blitz the whole place. So the vintage pillow, I'm gonna start with that. Snuggly Wug, comfort. And then we're gonna start with this deck because it goes with that. Okay, so for those who chose the vintage pillow, and I did because I chose those colors. Oh, it's so humid in here. Oh, I won't miss that. Whew. Hot and humid. It's always so much cooler up in the mountains. Correct for neutrality on all levels. This is a big deck. It's difficult for me to shuffle. My hands are very little. Correct for neutrality for those who chose. Oh, so let me just look at them. Earth element is going to be the rock, CrystalCluster. Fire element is the Panther. Earth element is the pillow. And water element are the crystals. When he comes with crystals in his hands. Correct for neutrality on all levels. You can deal with the bad times when I'm with my baby, yeah. All right. I don't care as long as you're here. One line's funny. I hate everybody except for you. Doesn't sound like you should be there. May the forest be with you, right? Okay. For those who chose the comfy pillow, I saw, oh wow, I saw the wolf. That's the first element that I looked at. So what you got was dragonfly magic, and look at the wings, the color of my walls. So Dragonfly says, pay attention to your dreams. You're getting information in them. Dragonfly says, pay attention to your dreams. They're sound and valid, and you deserve to have them fulfilled. Hold on to your dreams. Dragonfly is an animal of the air and of the water. And the dragonfly is saying, the message for dragonfly is asking you to embrace. You know what? Let's not ask you to do anything. Let's just do it. People will say, well, what is it that I need to do? What is it Spirit says that I should be doing? Which I love when they ask that, right? We should all ask that. What should we do to make it better? And then they'll say, well, okay, I'll try. No, don't say you'll try, because when you say you'll try, that's saying straight off that you might not do it. You say you're gonna do it, right? I embrace my transformation. I courageously let go of the past. I like that. The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant and I am blessed. I am two of the most powerful words that you can ever say, because whatever words follow set what's happening for you. So there's a lot of different colors with the dragonfly. We've got red dragonflies, we've got orange dragonflies, we've got blue. I've seen green ones. I've seen black and white ones. Oh, I just got another message out of that. So, but the dragonfly, it's about enlightenment. It's about, like I said, flying low over your emotional waters, but it's a creature of the air. So it's connecting to your higher self and connecting to your emotions, but also staying with your higher self, right? Not getting stuck in the ego. They spend time in the water first when they're young, right? Before they morph into the dragonfly. And then they crawl onto the land to dry off and allow their wings to unfurl and dry out, and then they become this brilliant, beautiful flying creature. So when this message comes forward, it's telling you that change and prosperity is on its way. Yeah! I already knew that. It's talking also about, now, specifically a red one, but also if a loved one has passed recently into spirit, it doesn't have to be recent. It doesn't have to be recent. If it's a red one, that's one that has just passed into spirit saying that I've made it safely and I'm here and I'm happy. But any dragonfly, if it comes to you, you'll know. You'll know when you have to pay attention to what the animal totems are doing. Are they flying around? Are they resting? Are they coming right up at you? Are they kind of just staying out of reach? What is it? Are they playing with you? Are they teasing you? What are they doing? Are they scoping you out? Are they observing you? Right? It talks about someone in spirit reaching out to you. So if this gives chills to you, it should give you chills. You'll know the message is for you in regards to that. It's telling you that you've got the power to go through this transformation and turn something into something amazing. And you're going to. You are going to transform and turn into something amazing. So if you ever feel like you're stuck, call on the power and the magic of the dragonfly, and perhaps who in spirit the dragonfly represents to you. Are you hanging around in a swamp? They are sometimes they hang around in the swamp. Are you stuck in the past? Rise above it. Fly up above it. You've got wings to get yourself out of there. It's time to stretch your wings. Are you disconnected from this amazing brilliance that you are? Have you seen how they glitter? Their wings they're like opalescent. you have to remember how amazing you are. This is your light glowing, right? So this is to remind you to see yourself in this light. They don't have a long life, so it's reminding you that time is fleeting. It's going quickly, so don't waste it. It's asking you to drop anything that's weighing you down so that you can fly light. Let go and fly. It could be a message also that someone is going to be taking a flight. There's going to be travel, somebody's moving forward. It's encouragement. If you're looking for a sign, this is it. Okay? You're making a fool of me. Your love's got me going crazy. You got me looking so crazy right now. I'm so excited I chose my colors. And check this out. My girlfriend Kimmy, I said, what color should I paint my office? And she goes, fairy purple, a very, very soft purple. And look at the color of the bags that I have. Isn't that funny? Those are the two colors, right? So, and I hadn't chosen the color yet. I know that I have a mermaid picture that is going to go in there. It's beautiful. But I hadn't chosen what color I was going to be painting it. And I went to the store because they had a clearance on the little fairy lights, right? The solar fairy lights, and they're purple. They're this color purple. Yay! They're going in there. So thanks, Kimmy. Good idea. Okay, so for those who chose the Sodalite crystal and the Citrine, we're going to the Alice in Wonderland deck. So the first one we worked with was, okay, let's just see what this is Earth element, right? The Earth element. The first one, this is water, this is fire, that was air. How interesting that that was air. I guess because of the color. Well, it made sense, didn't it? Because we had a dragonfly. Correct for neutrality on all levels. See? Spirit knows. You were guided, and sometimes we don't know why we choose what we do. Sometimes we don't move ahead. Sometimes we wait because we see something coming or we're hoping something's coming and we're afraid to move forward. But we are meant to move forward when we get the message to move forward. We are never meant to sit, right? Sometimes we don't know that perhaps that waiting was what was holding everything back. If you had moved forward sooner, it would have moved quicker, right? So when you have the urge to do something, go somewhere, speak to someone, reach out, any action, you don't necessarily know why Spirit's guiding you to do that, and you may not understand how it's related to what you have asked for. But when Spirit encourages you to go forward and you're nervous and you procrastinate, you're delaying what you've asked for. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the Sodalite and Citrine. Now this book it's stories, and sometimes they're kind of sad. So let me look. I got to see what this. I'll let you see the picture really quick. I'm trying to think of the name of that bird. It's a I heard it's a puffin. Wow, if this is a puffin, that's really intriguing to me. My daughter lives on Puffin Street. Lisi. So she doesn't look very happy. She's holding on to a silver thimble. It looks like a diamond encrusted silver thimble. It's a dodo bird, but I heard puffin. A dodo bird is extinct. So the puffin that I know in my life is the only one of a kind. Absolutely. I'm going to show you something. My little Sammy, I think he looks like a puffin. And this is the rock when we were down in the Santa Margarita River Trail, and you can see the little puffin's head. And then this card, see him? See the puffin? But it's a dodo bird. So it's a bird that's gone extinct, which there's too many animals in our world that have gone extinct in my lifetime. So this is one that is extremely rare, very precious. And the message is all must have prizes, trying to please everyone. And that's why this one is so sad, because you can't please everyone. The dodo bird is with Alice, and the dodo bird says, everybody has one and all must have prizes. And then she says, well, who's to give the prizes? Actually, many ask that. Well, who's to give the prizes? Who gives out the prizes? And then the dodo bird said, why, she, of course, and points to Alice. And everybody all of a sudden turns around and looks at her and starts calling, prizes, prizes, prizes. So everybody wants something from her. Everybody wants something. So at first it feels like a wonderful thing because everyone's getting prizes, right? But they're all getting them from her. Everybody's taking from her. Everybody wants something from you. Is this how you have felt? There's a shadow in this. And if everybody has won, everybody can't have the same thing. But in all reality, we all are able to have the same caliber of reward. So this is a message to people who have to make decisions about who gets what. About deciding who has done a good job. I guess it's much like a boss that would give out an award for the most sales, or whatever it is. Somebody's choosing. Somebody's evaluating another's work, trying to decide, you know, do I want to go to this one? Do I want to use this one? Do we hire that one? Somebody's evaluating. Do I choose this for myself? Is this a value? Which is the highest value? It also, because of this sad face, comes to people who want to try and please everybody because they're so worried that other people aren't going to like them. They're so hung up on approval of others. They'll tell everyone, you did a great job. Yeah, everyone's great. Good. You can all have a prize, because they want everyone to like them. They don't want to be uncomfortable. They don't want to be the one to say, you know, you really need to start picking up the speed here. You know, and a lot of times they end up doing the work that these ones should do because they are not strong enough to stand up and speak. And it is not being strong enough because they're so concerned that they're going to be looked at as a bully, or that they're going to be looked at as a tyrant, or that people are going to say it's unfair, when in all reality, everybody works for what they get. Nobody gets anything for free. If a spirit gives a gift to us, that's different. But we have to work. When you go to work, you work. If you don't do your job, you don't get paid. You get fired. You're not going to be elevated. You're not going to be promoted. And when you're in the position of a boss, that's sometimes difficult for people. They have a hard time saying, hey, you're not pulling your weight. This isn't working. And they end up doing all the work themselves. Or maybe you're just somebody who just seeks everybody's approval. I want everybody to be happy with me. I'm not going to stand, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to get involved. The kind of person that says I'm not going to get involved when somebody should get involved, right? So right now, we don't want to be the one that is like a dodo bird. We don't want to take on the responsibility that it's my fault if you don't get all the same prize. No, it's not. It's your fault. If you want to work, you'll get something, right? I'm not going to tell you that, yeah, you did a great job just to keep you happy, or I'm going to stay here just to keep you happy when I'm not happy. It's not working for me, right? Stop trying to keep everyone happy. You can't treat everyone as equals when they have not worked to earn it, when they are not equal. Those ones that skate along and ride on the coattails of someone else, or like the cormorant who has to work, dive down and work for others and not allowed to keep anything for himself. Why should they sit back and collect that when I'm working? That's communism. That's control. But you are at a place where you're trying to be fair and you don't want people to be upset with you and you don't want to disappoint other people, and so you're in this awkward position. So you need to realize what's best for you. You need to realize that this is the way it has to be. If this is about you personally, what matters to you matters. You put yourself first. If I'm not happy, this isn't going to work. I'm not staying here because it makes you happy. I'm not choosing that or not choosing that because it makes you happy. It doesn't make me happy. Am I happy? Do I like what I'm doing? Do I like where I am? Do I like who I'm with? Do I like any of this? If not, it doesn't work for me. Am I on my path, or does this take me away from my path? Does it distract me from what I'm meant to be doing? Right? Don't give your energy where it's not warranted. It's better to be concerned with being honest than keeping everyone else happy. Song, tell me where your love lies. Show me where your love lies. Are you down? I know it's hard to catch my vibe. I know it's hard to catch my... So here somebody's asking for honesty, right? Don't just say what's going to please everybody else. And if you don't feel it, say it as well. Speak your truth, because everybody gets hurt. Baby, you're going to make me overnight it. Love lies. Don't fight it. Sorry if it's hard to catch my vibe. I need a lover to trust. Tell me you're on my side. Are you down for the ride? It's not easy for someone to catch my eye, but I've been waiting for you my whole damn life. My whole damn lifetime. Don't be afraid to tell me if you ain't with it. I see you're focused. Yeah, you're so independent. It's hard for me to open up. I'll admit it. You've got some shit to say and I'm here to listen. So baby, tell me where your love lies. Waste the day and spend the night underneath the sunrise. Show me where your love lies. I've been so into your mystery. Is it because of our history? Are you into me? Somebody wants to know the truth. And if you don't feel it, you need to say it, right? Because somebody needs to hear the truth. When it feels so good, but it's bad for you. Can't say I don't want it because I know I do. Come on, over. I need your company. I'm craving that synergy. Don't be afraid to tell me if you ain't with it. I see you're focused. Yeah, you're so independent. It's hard for me to open up. I'll admit it. You've got some shit to say and I'm here to listen. So baby, tell me where your love lies. Waste the day and spend the night underneath the sunrise. Show me where your love lies. If you're down, don't hide it. Feeling me, you don't gotta deny it. Baby, you're gonna make me overnight it. Tell me, are you down? Song right now. When you say it in a tweet, that's a cop-out. No sending messages, no sending text messages or emails or having other people ask questions for you and relay the messages like we don't know that's happening. It's time to speak your own truth face to face, eye to eye, right? Speak your truth. If this is what's going on, are you worried about what other people are going to think? I'm worried that I'm going to be rejected. I'm worried. You've got to stop living for other people. You've got to speak your truth. Okay. Whether it is a yes or a no, you have to speak. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the Panther cuff, and that's who I chose. Blue-eyed Panther. Okay, so I choose that. We're going to the Gaia Oracle. I love this oracle. I love this deck. Oh wow, I've got a different, that's interesting. So I opened up the Gaia Oracle, and instead of having the Gaia Oracle in here, I have the Wisdom of the Golden Path. That's interesting. And the card that came out was Masquerade. That's interesting. So I have, and I just got a really loud message that there's a different cover for a different deck. What you see on the outside is not what's on the inside. What did I just say? Don't have other people talk to you, or don't come to me in a different form. Speak to me yourself. You're masquerading. Somebody is masquerading the truth. They're concealing part of the truth. So you need to look beneath the surface. What is it that you're not seeing? Why are they hiding the true story? There's deceit. You can figure it out. You know something's not right. So if you sense that something's not right, then you got to stop and trust your feelings. Don't get sucked in. Someone's pretending to be a friend and they're not your friend. Say no thanks. I trust my intuition and my instincts. I see through your appearances. I see what's true and I see what's not true. Right now, I know the message I'm getting. This one is a gay person. Doesn't matter that they're gay. They are, in my case. Because the song that was going on is, when you say it in a tweet, it's a cop-out. So somebody that is angry at me, actually, and is speaking to me, and they're not revealing the truth of who they are. Even though I knew who they were, I've gone back and allowed them to come back in because I was trying to be kind. But the truth of the matter is, somebody's either lying, concealing parts of truths, whatever it is, it's not real. And we were just asked to be real, right? It's time to get real. I'm going to ask for another card. That was a quick one. Interesting that I wanted to work with the Gaia Oracle. So I'm going to go get the Gaia Oracle because that's what I wanted to work with. So there's a message in itself. I wanted to work with the Gaia Oracle, the mothering, nurturing, loving energy, the earth energy. I wanted to work with that one, but that's not who I was speaking with. Or maybe I thought I was working with the mother, and that's not who I was speaking with. I don't like that. If you want to speak to me, you need to speak to me yourself. Eyeball to eyeball, right? Correct neutrality. Let me find the deck. Actually, the deck should be here. So that was a very clear message, right? So here's the Gaia. You know, I wonder if I have, no, I have the entire, all the insides are in the wrong box. All the right insides in the wrong, actually it was the right box, the wrong insides. So somebody pretending to be somebody else, right? Don't like that, that's not cool. Message right now. I know it's been 4 years no call. I know it breaks your heart. Moved to the city in a broke down car. 4 years no call. Now you're looking pretty in a hotel bar and I can't stop. But what I like about that is that the person is saying that, right? They're speaking their truth. Don't show a different outside for what's on the inside. Now that's another message. Somebody could present themselves to you in a manner and show themselves to be this and they're completely not that. And now why is that? Are they coming from a place of fear? Do they feel like they won't be accepted? Would they feel like they'll be rejected? Remember, they're worried about what everybody else thinks. I worry what you think. I'm Mr. Blurry Face. I care what you think. So I'm concerned, but it's never going to go anywhere and you have to stop playing the games. It will never go anywhere until you speak your truth and straight out come out. Come out, honestly, right? So maybe you come across as a gay person because you're presenting as a female when you're a male. And you think I don't know anyway, which is kind of lame. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the Panther cuff, your roommate. You moved back from Colorado and your roommate is probably who's talking to me. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the Panther, a jewel within a teardrop. Okay, so that means that a time of, well, the number is 10. So it's basically an ending of something. Something has ended. And there's been sadness. And there's been maybe grief, upset, frustration, anger. Who knows what you've been through? It could be very, very difficult. You could have gone through a difficult time. You could have lost someone. Or something has ended. And you have felt all of these feelings that you see all over this one's face. There's been a horrible ending. It hurt you deeply. But there's a jewel within those teardrops. From that ending begins something new. It talks about spiritual and emotional reconnection and appreciation. So what it's telling you is that you are soon going to connect. You're going to experience a connection, a strong spiritual and emotional bond. This bond can be with a person, it can be with a pet, a family member, an animal, wild, it doesn't matter. I have a pet squirrel that comes to me in my new house. And when you have this connection, it's going to bring you back to a part of yourself that you have pushed aside, set up on a shelf, neglected. Your true feelings. I hate to admit it, but nothing means anything without you. So see, somebody has pushed away with their true feelings or what they really felt. And this is bringing you back. It's reconnecting you, your true nature. You've been suppressing it. You've been hiding it. You've been masquerading as something different. It's a very emotional time. And whatever it is that's been so grief, pulling at your heartstrings and hurting and aching, it's going to turn into tears of laughter and happiness. This is very positive. You're going to start appreciating life all over again. And there's love and there's friendship, bonds. These tangled cords that are wrapped around the throat chakra, causing this one to not have the ability to speak their truth, will be removed. Love is all around you. Spirit wants you to embrace it. Don't push away what your soul is longing for. Embrace it. It's a very magical time. So Spirit says, it's all about love. I'm good at keeping my distance, but you're the feeling I'm missing. And you know that I hate to admit it, so there's ego. Everything means nothing if I can't have you. So there's going to be this speaking. And you're going to say an affirmation. That's why I like this deck. There's affirmations in this deck. So I am with my higher self. I am in touch and in tune with my innermost feelings. I am blessed. I am spiritually connected to those I love. I am loved. I am love. So stop stuffing the truth of who you are down and recognize that when you step into the power of who you truthfully are, you draw towards you what is meant for you. If you're putting on a mask, if you're masquerading as something else, you're not going to get what you're looking for. People will hide behind other names on Facebook, right? On social media, nobody knows who anybody is, and they hide behind because they don't want to be what? They want to find something out, or maybe they're nervous, but they're never going to get what they truly want because nobody knows it's them, unless you're an intuitive channel, medium, psychic, and you see them. But a line that my mother said just came into my head. You know when I rhyme, right? You're going to get what you're willing to put up with. So when you feel, well, you know, this one's shy or they've been through a lot, and so you kind of let them slide, you're not getting what you want either. It's not good enough for me. I don't want to talk to you as somebody different. I want to talk to you as you are. I want the truth of who you are. And if you love who you are, you shouldn't worry about what other people, if they accept you or not. Because if you are pretending to be someone else, then you are going to have people accepting you or coming to you that aren't who you want to be around. The ones that pull you into their life and want you a part of their life have to be the ones that love you as you are, completely. Broke, without a car, with $50 in the bank, whatever. With a DUI, I just got out of jail, whatever it is. It's the truth of who you are. Why would you lie about who you are? You're not getting what you want, right? My mom and dad got married. My dad had $50 in the bank. And my grandmother had a lot of money, and she didn't stop it. She met him, and she loved him instantly. She's like, this person is good. This is a good person. $50. It took him 3 weeks, and he quadrupled that. And then it just went right from then on because they were meant to be together, and he had skills to pay the bills. So money ain't all it be, right? Money helps. Ooh, I just saw a message. I wonder if we're going to get that one. Money is energy. And if you worry about money, you're going to have money problems. If you worry that you're not going to bring it in, you're not trusting spirit and you don't have a connection to the divine. So if there are issues around money, you need to relax. You need to ask for assistance. And then you need to say, show me the action steps I need to take. And then you need to follow the steps. If you buy a stereo and it has all these remotes and all these different things, you can't just do what you want to do with an old one. You've got to follow how that one works, right? You got to work with what you have. So spirit says, okay, this is what we want you to do. We want you to take off some time. What? I've already got my bank accounts. Yeah, you're stressed out. You're stressed out and you can't even think straight. You're overwhelmed, and we want you to take the weekend and just relax. And then don't worry about it. After, you know, and see, they don't tell you that. I'll tell you that if I do a reading for you. So let me tell you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please click like and subscribe and share the videos. Subscribe so you can be notified, and I would appreciate the likes and the comments, and share them so other people get the messages. But if you get a reading, or if spirit speaks to you in the form of an animal messenger, which is my favorite way of being guided of all, it will never be wrong. It will never be wrong. They are so accurate. You will be told your guidance steps to take. And you're getting a reading right now. Your higher self worked and chose what you were drawn to. And so those are your messages. So what you get in these messages, those are your action steps. That's what you're meant to do. If you ignore it, you're not working in spirit. You're going to continue to have money problems, relationship problems, health problems, whatever it is. If you ask for guidance and you get guidance and then you ignore it, no one can help you, right? For those who chose the diffuser necklace, it's going to go to Joey. I hope you don't mind me wearing it right now, Joey. My solar plexus is like spinning. I wore this yesterday. I told him when I put it on, my heart chakra started to spin because, I mean, they're charged. These are, oh God, they feel so good. But right now my solar plexus is spinning. And your solar plexus is the area of self-worth. You need to know your sense of self-worth. You matter. You matter. If somebody doesn't want you, if somebody doesn't choose you, if whatever that is, that doesn't mean there's something wrong with you, right? You love you, period. Straight up. It's what it is. Be honest. Be who you are. Don't be afraid to be who you are. Don't be afraid to speak your truth. You don't hurt people when you speak your truth. Not when you come from a place of love. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Maybe you are gay. Maybe that's what you haven't said. And maybe you need to say that. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the necklace, diffuser necklace, the Storykeeper. So I heard the gatekeeper, but it's the storykeeper, and it was in reverse. So you see this one sitting out in a snowy forest and completely unnoticing the conditions around her. It's freezing. There's no leaves on those trees. Harvest has come and gone. There's snow. And this one is so engrossed in the book that's in front of her, gleaning the knowledge, right? So it's telling you about, people tell me to medicate. People tell me to medicate. So that's people telling you to do something, right? That's not you. Spirit's telling you, what does Spirit say for you to do? If you are upright, in the upright condition, you're sharing the story of who you are. This is the records. These are the record keepers, right? This is who I am. This person says, I'm so overwhelmed. I just try to keep breathing. I'm overwhelmed. What I'm going through, it's overwhelming for me. And people tell me to medicate. No, don't. Go out into the forest. Don't medicate. That's not the way to handle things. People use alcohol, medication, food, sex, porn, whatever, in order to numb themselves to whatever it is that's stressful in their life, right? They'll sleep away their life. They'll play video games and they disconnect, they detach, they run. They work themselves to death, right? But it's not helping them, their body. They need to do something different. They need to deal with what they're trying to repress. This is telling your story. You need to speak. You need to tell what you have been repressing. You haven't. Because if it was upright, you would have been speaking your truth. What is it that has come of your life? What was it that you have learned? This is in reverse. You're upside down. You're hanging upside down. And you feel that you can't create your own story. Well, this is the way it's always been done. This is what we do in my family, and this is how we've always done it in my family, and this is what my family believes, and this is what is expected of me. Kind of rhyming again, right? And this is telling you that that's bullshit. You are entitled to write your own story. You are entitled to pay attention to what matters to you. You are to communicate with ones in your life. This is who I am. Do you want to know who I am? This is who I am. This is why I am the way I am. This is how I feel. And this is why I do what I do. Maybe you didn't understand that about me. Maybe I need to tell you something that you don't know. Maybe I need to explain something to you. Well, maybe it's hard for me. It's embarrassing for me. But you don't have to care what other people think. And yes, you've been raised this way. Or maybe when you tried to tell your story, nobody cared. Nobody listened. Or maybe they made fun of you. But this one's been there a very long time reading that book. And I will tell you as myself, it's been a really long time I've been reading you. I'm interested. It matters to me. I want to hear. I'm here to listen. Remember that song, You Got Some Shit to Say? Well, I'm here to listen. Not judge. I'm here to listen. If you have something to say that I don't understand, because I heard somebody wants to defend themselves. You don't need to defend yourself. You just need to speak your truth. Stop putting it off because you feel like people are going to be inspecting you or judging you. You want people to know who you are, but you're not listening maybe to even them. They're telling their story. Are you hearing what they're telling? Right? Are you in touch with your ancestors? Are you in touch with your own self, or are you numbing yourself? People tell me to medicate. No, don't medicate. No, don't. You won't be able to feel when you're medicated. In my dreams 6 years ago, I watched the person that I loved, and their grandfather in spirit and their grandmother in spirit was one on each side of them. And I was so excited to see him. And they said, he can't see you. And I said, why? He can't see you. Why can't he see me? He won't recognize you. What was happening? Sometimes people, and I talked about this with a friend of mine. We went up to Idlewild. My girlfriend Alyssa came with me. And we talked about how, because all my friends are heathens came on the song, and it talked about how ones were put in psychiatric wards by their family members because they thought there was something wrong with them. Well, they're autistic, or they have Asperger's syndrome, or they have social anxiety disorder, or they have schizophrenia, or they have whatever, labels, right? We don't have anything. We are something. And they didn't want to deal with them, and so they didn't know how to understand them or didn't care to understand them, and so they medicated them. from a very young age. They didn't know. Remember I told you I watched somebody putting white powder in this man's smoothies? He had no idea they were medicating him. He didn't want to be medicated because when you go on medication, it alters you. It alters your mind. Someone I know, I won't name who it is, from a very young age, put NyQuil in the baby bottles because she didn't want to be disturbed at night. Kids kept getting up in the middle of the night. I spent my whole night up with my babies, right? I slept in the chair if I was able to fall asleep, but I was up nursing my babies. I'm not going to put freaking drugs in their baby bottles, and now you wonder why that child is an alcoholic. They've been drinking alcohol since they were a kid. And then when they were difficult and they felt that they didn't want to deal with them, they were busy and didn't have time to deal with them, they put them on Ritalin, which completely took their personality away. That's why the person said to me, he won't, what they were showing me was he can't connect with you because he's been dumbed down. It's like, why do I drink alkaline water? Because if you don't, your third eye gets calcified and you aren't able to tap in. So someone that I was very connected to, somebody that we were able to channel each other, was gone. They weren't able to. Somebody was putting white powder in that person's coffee, and it wasn't Coffee Mate, right? And sometimes they think that they were doing what was best for them. I was just trying to help. But you don't understand that you have a spiritual child. You have a child with gifts. And you need to learn how to work with your child, not medicate your child. So is this something that needs to be told? Is this something, it definitely needs to be told right now because I'm saying it. Because I wasn't medicated as a child. I'm sure that if I was in another home, I had learning disabilities when I was in school. I was like a squirrel, always. I've always been pulled outside. My eyes were outside. I wanted to be outside. And my mother said, if we had had the money, I would have wanted to put you in a Montessori school. And my son, because my son is so incredibly gifted, because in a Montessori school, they don't focus on what the problem is. They focus on what their high qualities are, their good qualities are, and they work on bringing those out. And when they bring those out, it gives the children confidence so that they can tackle the things that are more difficult for them. Their emphasis are on their gifts. So it's the same thing with us and with other people, right? I'm not going to focus on your flaws. I don't want to focus on the negativity in every relationship. Focus on the good and build that stronger, right? Something needs to be spoken. Somebody needs to listen because this one is paying attention. I've been paying attention to all of my dreams. I've been paying attention. I want to know. I've watched. I've seen a lot. I would like to hear it from you, right? So maybe you feel that you're not connected to the gatekeepers, to the ones with knowledge. Why is that? Well, one way you can help yourself is to drink alkaline water because they're putting chemtrails in the sky and they're putting fluoride in our water and our teeth ever since we were little kids so that we would dumb down and not hear spirit, not be able to connect. Don't give, I have a crown that I'm getting done tomorrow because they didn't do it right. I have to get it done again. And the temporary fell off right away. So my tooth is super sensitive because it's been ground down, right? And so my landlord has toothpaste that has silver biotic in it. And it's like the silver solution that is it kills third world viruses. It kills fleas. It kills worms. It's amazing. So it's in the toothpaste. And he says we have, he comes up and he throws down another little tube and it's dark blue. And I said, what's that one? And he said, it's dog toothpaste. And so I said, I want to try it because I don't give my animals anything that I don't try. I try their medicine before I give it to them. I'm not going to put something in their mouth and find out, because I've done that. And my cat ran. I wondered why. Maybe that's what I'm saying, right? You put something in your pet's or your person or your child's, you put that in their body, but how do you know did you try it yourself? Look what it did to them, right? That wasn't my intention to hurt my child. Understand, this is not blame. This is education. This one is listening to what needs to be said. Right? There's a lot. Look at the candles, how long the candles have been burning there, how engrossed she is in listening to what's being said here. There's knowledge in that book. That's a book of knowledge. There's knowledge in this book. I'm getting it from spirit. All of these messages are coming forward. So I was prescribed something for my Willow, and I went to give it to her and she ran. And so I tasted it, and it was like somebody had poured gasoline in my mouth. It was worse than that. It was worse than gasoline. I was so angry. I called the vet. I said, how could you possibly put this in an animal's mouth? I threw it away. $50, threw it away. I test everything before it goes into my pets, it goes into me. So I said, let me try the toothpaste. And I tried it and I liked it because toothpaste has xylitol in it. It's sweetener. It's never made sense to me that you would put sweetener in when you're brushing your teeth when you don't want to have that with your tooth, right? So it doesn't hurt my teeth. It's not sensitive because it doesn't have xylitol in it. So when we ascend, we become increasingly more sensitive. Now, maybe there was something that you could have given them or they could have done or taken before they had their awakening. But as you awaken and as you ascend higher and higher, we become increasingly and increasingly sensitive. And we can't handle loud noise. To me, I feel like Sammy, my cat, Siam, I feel like Siam is me a lot of the times. Well, because I feel like he's my twin. I said to my girlfriend, she's got an autistic brother, and I said, I understand that feeling. Because when I hear loud, I can't handle loud noise. I'll cover, it affects me. It instantly makes me angry. It upsets me, like loud motorcycles, loud noise, cigarette smoke really bothered. Like I've always been bothered by cigarettes and stuff and loud noise, but not like now. I can't handle it. It's because I'm super sensitive. So I understand with an autistic child how they can't, overstimulation, it's too much. They need peace, they need nature, they need quiet, they need to be understood, and it needs to be expressed. There's nothing wrong with you. You just didn't know somebody who knew how to work with you. I watched in my dreams, this child needed his hair cut, and he didn't like getting his hair wet. He didn't like it. So he would freak out, and when he would do that, it's even what I just said, freak out, it's not even a good word to say. Cancel, clear, delete. He would get very upset, and he would flail, and he would break things. And his mother was always, God, he breaks everything of mine. And I was cutting his hair in the dream. And I said, well, let's take him in the middle of the room. I can sit him in the middle of the room, and I can warm up the water, and I can say to him, it's okay. I'm going to just squirt it on my hand. See how I squirt it? And I used to do this because I've done hair for 35 years, right? So I would take the squirt bottle when I would do little kids' hair, and they were scared. They're scared of the buzzy noise by their ear. What the heck is that, right? You've got this thing around their neck. You got these sharp scissors right here, and you got this buzzy thing, and then you come squirting water at them. Of course they're going to be scared. So I said, watch, and I would squirt me first. See, it's just water. And then I would give them the water bottle, and I would say, you can squirt me. So then they would squirt me, and then they would laugh, and they would realize it was fun. It's not a big deal. That's how you deal with someone when they have sensitivity. It's if you're different than them, and they're different than you, it doesn't mean there's something wrong with them. You need to be educated. You need to be educated, or you need to find out how to deal with somebody. So I have been studiously studying and watching and paying attention for the last 6 years. Why does this happen? What results? This works, that doesn't work. Somebody that has felt controlled and somebody that has felt repressed, if you come at them too much, they feel like, you're suffocating me. So let them have space. Leave them alone, back off, right? There's things that we all learn as we go along. So this is the Storykeeper telling you things that need to be expressed. Maybe you need to express yourself with somebody, and maybe you need to learn. Maybe you need to study up and figure out what's going on. This is in reverse. So you haven't wanted others to know. There's secrets that you don't want people to know about yourself. You feel like they're going to look down upon you, or you're going to be ashamed, or they won't understand you. But that's not the truth. And if that's how they feel, then they don't deserve to be in your life. They shouldn't be your friend. They're not your friend. Okay? So the other message is leave a legacy. Allow everyone to know the truth of who you are, and reach for everything that you can be, and leave a legacy behind so that the tales can be told about you. I love to listen to my grandmother when she would tell stories about when she was a kid. And my grandmother was amazing. My grandmother was my hero, and she's my guide. And I talk about my grandma all the time. I tell people all about what my grandma would do. This is what you need to do. Leave a legacy behind, but people won't know what to think of you if you don't tell them, right? Okay. They won't know what to make of you either. Sometimes you think people know something, but you're wrong. Or sometimes you know that they know something, and I get that. What I heard in my head, I thought you saw me wink. So we both know that this is happening, but this is not okay. I don't want you to do that. You can trust me. You got some shit to say, I'm here to listen. And if you don't have somebody that says that to you, that they don't care, Well, every time I've tried to say no, nobody cared. Nobody wanted to hear me. You know those people that grew up, child should be seen and not heard, right? But you can't assume that everybody is like that. So that's the end of our readings, you guys. We're at a wrap. So if I could help you with dream analysis, CrystalCluster, avian crystal cone, Queen of Wands, ceremonial sage wand, sage and rosemary wand, a private reading. My website is www.theangelswhisper, and my email address is sherrycolumbus@yahoo.com. Sorry, I'm just getting a message. I turn the sheet music up, and I'm puffing my chest. I'm getting red in the face. I'm getting ready to face you. You can call me obsessed. It's not your fault that they hover. I don't mean no disrespect. It's not right to be jealous. It's not right to be jealous. It's not right to be hellish. I still get jealous. Do you like him, even though I know that you love me? So somebody that's speaking as somebody else is confusing to someone else, right? Somebody's approaching me as somebody completely different, and there's a misunderstanding. Everyone knows who I've chosen, right? The blue-eyed Panther. He knows who he is. There's no mystery. And if anybody else says anything different, it's a lie. So my message in that is, if you aren't aware of something, or if you're not sure of something, ask for yourself. Don't ask somebody else. Ask for yourself. Investigate. Don't listen. Don't assume. Don't listen to what other gossiping birds have to say. Angry birds, don't listen to what they have to say. They've got their own hidden agenda. I got cousin Michael has got a problem. I keep getting that. So speak your truth. And when somebody asks you how you feel, speak your truth. When you do speak your truth, openly and honestly, and you come from a place of love, you're not going to hurt anyone. Okay? All right, you guys. I love you. We'll speak soon.